Prepper King back to you with another video on the Prepper King channel. I know it's been a long time, but I've been holding down the fort, folks, just like everybody else out there in the world trying to make a living these days. It's getting harder and harder and harder and harder. And it's harder when you're doing what I'm doing to make a video all the time. But I'm glad you joined me today because I want to talk to you very importantly. If you're new to prepping, making it really easy for you to get nourishment. You never know what's going to happen in the world. You had this new hantavirus come out. Probably nothing. Probably not going to go anywhere. But you never know. You know, we've already been through certain situations like this. You never know what's going to happen. You don't never know what with this new AI that it's going to not make a biological weapon or harm us in some way. And the fact that it never happened so far, really a catastrophic thing, it's just amazing to me, and I pray to God that it doesn't happen to anybody. But I want to show you an easy way to get ready for nourishment. Nourishment. You need nourishment. You need to eat. You can only go 30 days without having any kind of food. And when something comes down, and there's no grocery stores, and there's no garden in your backyard, and there's no way that you live in an apartment or whatever, how are you going to eat? How are you going to sustain yourself? You know how horrible it is to be hungry? You know, it's just one of the worst things ever. Being starving is awful. So I'm going to give you certain things that you can do really easy when you go to the grocery store. Just pick one of these up extra every time you go, and it will sustain you till we can get through the other side of whatever happens. So this is how I'm going to go. It's giving you around what kind of calories you need and nutrition you need on the cheap and very, very storable. Okay. Number one, oatmeal. Okay. 1 cup of oatmeal, 2 cups of water, 300 calories. Stores beautifully. I used to store them in these containers. I eat oatmeal every day. Loaded with iron, loaded with vitamins. You're starting your day off with something that's high in fiber, slow digestion, keeps you full, and there's no better way to start your day when the grid goes down or if anything happens and you're locked in your house and you can't go anywhere, knowing that there's nothing else out there. Oatmeal is gold. Okay, every time you go, and it's sustainable and it's relatively cheap still. I mean, you go to Aldi or any kind of discounter, you can get Walmart, you can get these oats probably for around $3 for this big tub. Okay, and in it, I mean, there's I don't know how many servings, so it's 300 calories. This will last 15 days. So 2 of these. A month worth of oatmeal. Let's check. I want to give you the wrong information. 30 servings. So 1 cup would be 15 days. Okay, half a cup is 30 servings. So 1 cup would be 15. 2 of these will last you a month. Just 2 of these will last you a month to start your day out right. So if you had 20 of these, you have sustainability for a very long time to start your day out. Very important. And relatively cheap still. Another thing you can do, after you have that, a little later on in the day, you make a meal that's enough basically for 2 people. So if you had another person, you'd have to double that. But this is another great way of storing and having in your pantry in case something catastrophic happens. Dried soups. Okay? Now, there are all kinds. So you will get all kinds of variety. From chili to you name it. You take your dried soup. You take some cheap beans. I put my beans and I keep them in jars now. You don't have to vacuum pack or anything. It's better to keep them in jars than keep them in plastic bags. You can start keeping them in plastic bag at first, but I really implore you to put them in plastic jars because the plastic leaches into the product and you still could probably eat it, but it doesn't taste as good. Soak these overnight. Soak them, soak them, soak them. When you soak them overnight, throw them in with this while you're cooking. Okay? And then when it's got about, this usually takes about 20 minutes of cooking. 10 minutes ago, add some pasta. Relatively cheap. Relatively cheap. You can get one of these for less than $3. One of these, less than $1.50, depending on where you're at. Sometimes 99 cents when they're on sale. Keeps in your pantry forever. So if you have this into this, and you add some of this, you're adding beans to your soup. You're adding adding some pasta to it. You don't have to use the whole thing. Just add a little bit into it to increase the calories inside it. And you can add a little bit of veg all in there. So these are so right here, and this, what I got in front of you right now, if 2 people can eat for a whole day, gives you enough calories for 2 people for the whole day, and you're not even using all the pasta. You're using this, probably half the amount of beans, and half the amount of pasta. And you got sustainability for that whole day. Then you're pushing 2,000 calories, and you want to go with 2,000 calories, okay? Also, you can also have your pasta, some cheap tomato sauce, and add some vegetables and make a primavera. So these are sustainable things that are relatively cheap that you can just go keep in your pantry, and then you can eat it once in a while to rotate it out. But this will keep you alive and give you sustainability. This has dried vegetables in it, okay? This is vegetables. I know it has some kind of preservatives in there, maybe some soybean oil, but you need to live. You need sustainability. And these will give you sustainability. So just to make it easy for yourself at first. And then you can get into other ways of prepping, like, get your tuna fish, get your canned chicken, getting all these different things. But in the meantime, if you just bought one of these extra every time you go to the grocery store, one of these extra time you go to the grocery store, beans are dirt cheap. Put them in jars, have that. Veg all, you get for $1 a can. Maybe sometimes they're on sale. You get them for less, and you get your oatmeal. So within these things, these 6 things, you have sustainability, and then you're getting variety too, because the shore lunches and the Bear Creeks, and then they have chicken noodle, they have vegetable, they have potato, they have mushroom, they have all different kinds of these soups that are already prepackaged, and all you got to do is add water. Maybe 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, which I also implore you to have in your preps. You don't need it, though. You don't have to put I had it without the tomato sauce. It's just fine to me. So just a little thing to making prepping food easier. Mark my words. You will probably be so thankful for what you have in front of your face if something catastrophic happens. And this is all kind of stuff that you can keep in a dark, cool pantry. If you even live in an apartment or wherever, to keep you going. I am the Prepper King. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be coming out with videos more often when I can. And to get more information like this, peace to you, peace to your family. Hey, and always rock on.